G'day, Paul here from Small Crown Productions. We are auditioning today for our upcoming theatre production, Adventures of Peter Rabbit. So I just thought it would be an opportunity to throw the camera on and drop out a couple of tips for actors when going to auditions. Number one for me is treat the audition like the gig. I know that sounds a bit weird because you're not getting paid or anything, but really for me, I approach every audition as an opportunity to perform at my best. So I'm going to do the script analysis. I'm going to spend time working out what this piece is. Now, this is the approach I take whether I'm doing a TV ad audition or a scripted audition for a theatre show. I treat the audition like the gig. Yes, it makes a little bit of a difference in the preparation time, but it is so worth it because you are able to present your best work in that moment. Because the reality is that I might not be right for that part, for that show. And I'm taking this as an opportunity to show that director, that casting director, whoever it is that I'm auditioning for, the level of work that I can produce, the level of work that I can deliver, because that audition might actually lead to another audition for another role down the track. And that's happened a couple of times where I've auditioned for something, I haven't got that role, but I've been called back for another audition because the director or the casting director really liked the work that I did in that previous audition. So it's, for me, one of the fundamental pieces of advice that I follow: treat the audition like the gig. Number two, and this really plays on from number one, is be prepared. Spend the time, do the script analysis, give it some understanding, really truly connect with what it is that you're doing. And you have to understand the form. What you're doing for a television ad is going to be different for a serial work or a scripted piece for a stage play. But understand what it is that you're doing in that moment. Create a journey for yourself in an audition. I like to take my character on some kind of journey through that audition piece. So it might not be what is contextually right for the show, but it shows the diversity of my work. It shows that I can go on that journey with this character, that I might start in one emotional state, and through the audition piece, I'm ending in another emotional state that still connects with the work of that text, but it's an opportunity to show the work that I can do. And you can only do that kind of thing when you're prepared. That preparation isn't just around the piece itself, it's playing with varieties, it's playing with options that might not fit your particular decision on how you're going to deliver that, just so that you've already got in your mindset that sense that this could look very different to what I've prepared. And that's part of that preparation of being ready in the room to kind of go any which way that the director wants. So the preparation is preparing the work that you do and the piece that you're presenting, but also preparing yourself for that audition so that you're ready when you walk in the room to do whatever the director needs you to do with that piece. So spend the time, do the work, treat the audition like the gig, number one, but you can only do that by doing the work and being prepared. And number three for me is around mindset. It's preparing myself not just for the audition that's coming up, but for what happens after the audition. So I know walking into an audition that I have one in X number of opportunities to get that role, that I might not be the right person for that role because of a whole range of factors that I can't control. All I can control is me, my audition preparation, my mindset, all of those things. And so that's what I focus on. And so coming out of an audition, I will always ask myself, almost within minutes of leaving the audition room, what did I think I do well? And I list all of them in my head. I go through them all. Everything from my preparation to my arrival to the way that I walked into the room, the way I greeted people. Was I personable? Was I happy? Was I able to shake off, the whatever crap was happening that day, to be able to be present in that moment for that casting director, for that performance, all of the stuff, everything I did well through every single step of the process of going in and coming out of the audition. Then I think about, what are the things that I think I maybe could have done a bit better? That audition process may have taken me down, the director may have asked me to do a version of what I'm doing that didn't really work. Why didn't it work? Well, maybe I wasn't prepared enough for the improv side of what I had to do today, or maybe I had a mental block, an emotional block about that particular request that is something for me to investigate later and really dig into. So whatever it was, all of those things that, maybe I didn't sleep enough the night before, maybe I was rushing from somewhere else and didn't give myself enough time to mentally prepare that moment of walking into the room. Whatever it is, there's always, I find, something that I think I could have done better, but without judgment. It's not about beating myself up about it. It's about analysing the work that I did so that I can improve it for next time. And that's the final piece of that puzzle, is asking myself, well, what do I want to take out of this and work on for next time? There are moments where I've come out of an audition and thought, you know what, I was not ready to improv that as well as I thought. I hadn't practiced enough variations. I hadn't played with it enough that I was ready to go in the audition room, some crazy way that the director might want to go. I'm next time, make sure that when I'm auditioning and preparing for an audition, I'm gonna play with this piece a little bit more and do different things with it, and just be prepared that it could go anywhere. Things like that, so that you're making something very specific that you can action for next time. And it's all about doing this without judgment. It's not because you're a crap actor. It's not because you're terrible at what you're doing. You are getting auditions. That's amazing. That in itself is a win. So take that, know that you're doing good work, but there's always something that we can improve on. Life itself is a journey of self-improvement. So this is just a little analysis tool that I use after every audition. So hope it helps you. There's 3 little tips that you can take away. Talk to you next time.